I love jollof rice. It is bar none one of my favorite rice dishes. I think it's also probably one of the most popular meals you'll probably see out of West Africa. It is a rice dish that has, I'll say, like an orange calling card. It is this orange dish that has this savory rice and a lot of other things in it. Very, very good. Well, to do jollof rice, or to make my rice for my chicken and rice meal, I have some tomatoes here. We'll start with fresh tomatoes. I have this, have been washed and cleaned. And we're going to work with 3 tomatoes. Place that in our blender. Along with our tomatoes, I have some red bell peppers. Now, your red bell peppers is probably one of the most important elements to this dish. The red bell peppers is what gives the rice that orange color. So make sure that you have very good red bell peppers. Now, I love to use roasted red bell peppers. I have 2.5 roasted red bell peppers here, and that's what I'm going to be using. Basically doing the same thing. You remember, with African cuisine, we usually have 3 main ingredients to make our sauces and our rice dishes, and it's usually tomatoes, peppers, onions. That's the 3 basics, I say. Okay, I have some red onions here, about half a red onion. I'm going to chop that a little bit to make that blend easier. Just a little water, maybe, a cup of water, or half a cup of water, just enough water to help me blend this. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this till it is smooth. Now, when I come, we're going to take a break, a short break, but when I come back, we're going to start working on finishing our jollof rice, at least put that on the stove and get that started. And we're going to get started on our peleasa, or our chicken meal. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. I'm done blending my tomatoes and my onions and peppers. I already I kept this pot over medium heat. I had some peanut oil, about half a cup of peanut oil in there. And I'm going to go ahead and fry this. Look at all that goodness is coming out. Okay, great. We're going to cook this for about, I'll say about 5 minutes or so. I have some bouillon type flavor I'm adding in there. Some red pepper flakes, just for some heat. I have some salt I'm adding in there. Add a teaspoonful or so. Some curry. And we love curry. Curry is an absolute must with your jollof rice. Any West African jollof rice will probably have some curry in there. We're putting a teaspoonful in. And then we'll taste for it, for all our spices later. I have some dry thyme here. And we're going to put about a teaspoonful of that in there too. Stir it. And we'll check in 5 minutes. Smells incredible. I'm going to go ahead and taste now for my spice. All right. It needs a little bit more curry. So, add about another teaspoonful in there. And some more of my bouillon base. Make sure it's on low to medium heat. And I'll place my bay leaves in there. I need at least 2 bay leaves for this. I like the flavor it gives. Very nice, earthy flavor. Do this. I'll let this simmer again for about another 5 minutes or so, and then I'll add my rice in there. I'm going to check on my tomato sauce. Okay, that sauce has come together. Great, looks really, really good. Now we're going to add our rice in there. And I have about 4 cups of rice here. Reduce that heat, because rice really cooks by steaming. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this rice to absorb all this beautiful liquid. And then once it's absorbed everything, then we're going to start the steaming process of our jollof rice. Okay, so I have my rice mixed in. Put the rest in here. I'm going to check the salt again. It's right. Salt works really, really well. And I'm going to put a little of chicken broth in here, or chicken stock. I have some homemade chicken stock, some brown chicken stock that I'm going to be using. No more than half a cup of that will do. That's about right there. You want to really control the amount of water your rice has, because, you know, too much water, it's going to come out mushy, and not enough, it's going to come out crunchy. So you have to make sure you have the right amount of water. By the time you're done mixing your rice into the sauce, really, it should look something like this. Okay, good. We're going to let that simmer for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to check up on that. All right, so our rice has been cooking, and oh, wow, it looks absolutely fantastic. Now it's time to start our steaming process. We're going to go ahead and mix this really good, really, really nice. You might get some burning at the bottom of your pot. That is perfectly normal with this. We're going to go ahead and place foil paper on the top. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to prevent any of that steam from escaping, because we want the steam to go in that rice and to cook that rice. So we're going to cover that up very tightly. And we're going to reduce this now to your lowest setting on your stove. And we're going to come back to that in about 15 to 20 minutes. By that time, the rice should have softened up and absorbed, and really steamed itself. Well, welcome guys. Welcome back. Now let's check on our rice. Let's see how that's working out. Okay, it has softened. It is ready to serve. I'll go ahead and plate that. Just place it in a big mound. So we have our rice, the chicken on there. Have some pieces. Okay, and that is all that rich onions with the lemon just drizzled right there over the top of that. I will just place this on the sides. You know, your collard greens is just a side to this. It's not the main dish. It's just a side. And I already have some cornbread that I made earlier. There we go. Now, there are many, many homes that I know that love to make their chicken and rice as a casserole. And I went ahead and I made a little casserole, and I put some chicken in there and topped it up with some of that yassa sauce. Threw it in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, and I came up with something like this. Remember guys, anytime you're making anything, try something new. Try to make it African. From my kitchen to yours, enjoy.
In my mind, coleslaw, small chops, salad, Chinese, pepper snail, puff puff, samosa,